What's up? What's up? What's up, people? Welcome back to the show. It is 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The show is Square One. We're a few men short today, but we still got a couple guys in the house. We got a newcomer, as usual. My partner in crime, Mr. Anzo. What's going on, sir? How you doing?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
All right.
Good?
We got a new addition to the show. I'm good, bro. We got a new addition to the show, Mr. Flash. He's a regular in the chat. How you doing, sir?
Fine.
Hopefully, we will have two of our regulars coming. That would be Josh and Mr. Roberto. I think they're coming momentarily. But as always, the show must go on. Somebody got like a vacuum cleaner or something in the background?
That's here. Yeah. That's here. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Today, we were talking about this all week, and we're going to be going through our top fives in each NBA category. First, we're going to start off with the point guards. Then we're going to go to the shooting guards. Then we're going to go to the small guards, power forwards, centers. Then we're going to go to our top 5 three-point shooters, our top 5 dunkers, top 5 game closers, top 5 most feared players. And last, we're going to do our 5 all-star. If we had to choose anybody all-time, who would we choose on our all-star team? Now, this is going to be all-time. You can go back as doing Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell time to current time, whatever player you want to put on there for whatever reason. This is your choice, your 5 spots, and you can defend them however you want to. And we're going to go first. Well, let me yell to everybody in the chat that's here, that's joining us. Caleb, what's up? Good to see you, sir.
What's up,
Glad
Caleb?
you're here. Alternator, I see you here. Thank you, sir, for being a fantastic mod. We appreciate it. Please share and retweet, share this channel, share the link. Try to get everybody in as much as possible. We're going to go ahead and start with the first question. First category is going to be, who are your top 5 point guards? Top 5 point guards. Since you're a newcomer, Flash, we'll let you go first. Top 5.
Top 5. Number 5 would probably be Steve Nash. I mean, his passing was amazing. The main reason the Suns were contenders was because of his passing. He won back-to-back MVP because of his passing, even over Kobe, who averaged like 34 in one season. So it has to be Steve Nash.
Okay, Anzo, what's your number 5? Anzo.
So we're going one each, or we just do our all 5?
We're gonna go one each.
Okay.
Which way you think be faster?
Doesn't matter. Whichever you prefer.
Okay. Flash says Steve Nash is his number 5. So what is your number 5?
It's funny because I have Steve Nash as my number 5 too.
Okay. Steve Nash. Okay, this is in no particular order, just as I was writing them down. The 1 and 2 is definitely my 1 and 2, but these can be interchangeable, 3, 4, and 5. I put down Isaiah Thomas as my number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that he is number 5, but I'm just saying he definitely cracks my number 5.
You didn't put it in order, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flash, who was your number 4?
Allen Iverson. I mean, the guy was amazing. He was like 6 feet tall, scoring over people like Michael Jordan. It was amazing, man.
Okay. Anzo, who was your number 5, sir?
You mean my number 4?
I'm sorry, your number 4.
Yes.
Allen Iverson?
Yes.
Y'all must be looking at each other's.
I'm just saying it off my head. I don't even have a list.
Okay. My number 4 is Kyrie Irving. He's crazy as hell, inconsistent, but when he's playing and when he's in the zone, he is a beast. So based on what I'm seeing today, Kyrie Irving cracked my top five. He's my number four.
Hmm.
Okay, Flash, who's your number three?
Kyrie Irving. I mean, he is amazing. If you look at his stats this season, I'm pretty sure he's averaging maybe 28 this season on great efficiency for a point guard. 50%, I think 44% from three. He's basically unguardable in my opinion.
Okay, who's your number three, Anzo?
My number three is the Magic Man, Irvin Magic Johnson. He had them passes, you know what I mean? His championships. He's number three.
All right, my number three is John Stockton. Really didn't care for his game, but the sucker was proficient stat wise. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's still leading all time assists. Him
Yeah.
and Carl Malone was 1-2 punch. Probably would have had a couple rings if it wasn't for Michael Jordan. He made the dream team, which I don't think he should have. If I'm gonna be totally honest, he should have made it over Isaiah, but whatever reason he did.
Wait, what? Could you repeat that, please?
You know
Please,
what I think?
please repeat that
Yeah.
for me. Please repeat that for me, Danny. Please,
No,
please.
no,
One more
no,
time. One
no,
more time.
no. You got to cut it. You got to cut it. I ain't saying that shit no more.
To get family zone.
You're gonna have to cut it.
I will.
Flash, who's your number two?
Probably Magic Johnson. I mean, I think his rookie season he won a championship, and then he started at center. It's crazy.
Yep,
So I'd be Magic Johnson.
that is correct. Mr. Anzo, who's your number two?
My number two is John Stockton. And the reason why I put John Stockton over Magic Johnson is just because of what you said, as him being the career assist leader till this day. He doesn't have any championships, but I believe he only doesn't have championships because of Michael Jordan. So he's my number two.
Okay, my number two is Allen Iverson. If Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley play on the Sixers at the same time, I think they would have had at least a ring or two. Allen Iverson didn't have help. If he was 2 or 3 inches taller, he may have been able to carry them himself because he won one game in that playoff against the Lakers, and I didn't think he's going to win any. But he carried them on his back, and he won that one game, which is a great accomplishment. I just wish his lifestyle would have been more conducive with the NBA. I think his career was too short, but he definitely was the answer, in my opinion. Crossover Michael Jordan. So Allen Iverson, man, is number two.
Mm.
Okay, Flash, who's your number one?
Steph Curry, man. I mean, he's amazing. I don't know if you guys remember this. That buzzer beater against the Thunder, we pulled off from half court. We could have just went for a layup. I mean, that's crazy. And he's averaging 30 this season. I'm pretty sure he's 50, 40, 90, so that would be Steph Curry.
Yeah. Okay. Anzo, you're number one.
My number one, and I've went in order, so you know who my number one is. My number one is the one and only Isaiah Thomas. He was my favorite player growing up back in the day. I loved the Bad Boys Pistons. I loved the way he had that attitude, you know, the little guy attitude. You know, he didn't take no shit from no one. So number one point guard of all time for me is Isaiah Thomas.
Okay, good deal. My number one is Magic Johnson. I think Magic Johnson, he broke the mold for a point guard. There's never been a point guard as tall as him. His court vision is amazing. Passes he did, his energy, his zest for the game. I remember in an interview, I think it was just like a regular season game, and Kareem did something, got the winning shot. Magic Johnson was just like, yeah, and hugging him and stuff. He was like, kid, it's just our second game of the season. You can't have this kind of energy, but he had it all the time. And you can clearly see there's a difference between Irvin and Magic. And Magic's on the floor, and he's kicking on all cylinders, man. It was a beautiful game to watch. I love Showtime, and he is by far, in my opinion, the best point guard of all time. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go back through right quick. Flash said his 5 through 1 was Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, Kyrie Irving, Magic Johnson, and Steph Curry being his number one. Anzo said Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, Magic Johnson, John Stockton, and Isaiah Thomas being his number one. And I said Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving, John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Magic Johnson. We all pretty much had the same people, just in different orders.
More or less, yeah.
Yep. Okay, Anzo, this round I'm gonna let you go first. Who is your number 5 shooting guard?
My number 5 shooting guard has to be, well, I'm gonna say Joe Dumars. I'm gonna put Joe Dumars as my number 5. Again, bad boy Pistons. Have to go with Joe Dumars.
Okay.
And he was one of the only players that was able to really give Michael Jordan a lot of problems when they played, and Michael Jordan will say that himself.
Yeah, I saw it in the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Flash, who's your number 5 shooting guard?
James Harden. Now people may criticize him about how he plays because he draws fouls and flops, but he's amazing, man. This season, he's averaging 28 and 11 for the Nets, and he's a key reason why I think they may make it to the championship.
Okay. My number 5 is Clyde Drexler, original part of the Five Slammer Jammer. He was compared to Michael Jordan, but then Michael Jordan quickly put that to rest. Said, "Nah, he may be good, but I'm great." But I still like Clyde Drexler. To me, he never talked a lot of junk. He just went out there and did what he's supposed to do. Athletic. He was a stylish dunker. I've always liked his game. I never heard anything bad or negative about Clyde Drexler. He just played the game, went out there, did his business, and tried to help his team. So for shooting guard, I like him as my number 5. All right. Anzo, who's your number 4?
My number 4 is actually who your number 5 is, Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler was a beast back in the day, but again, another player that didn't win championships because of Michael Jordan. So, Clyde Drexler.
Okay, Flash, who's your number 4, sir?
Klay Thompson. People may not know because he hasn't played in 2 years, but he's amazing. I mean, he dropped 60 in 3 quarters, and he's probably the second greatest 3-point shooter ever, and Steph Curry's number 1. So, Klay Thompson.
Okay. My number 4 is Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller was a trash talker. I know Spike Lee hated his ass just as much as people that didn't like him because they kind of had the game inside of the game because every time he'd go to Madison Square Garden, he put on a show. I think in one clip, he scored like 6 points in 7 seconds or some kind of amazing, just defeated the Knicks in a short period of time by himself. And he wasn't scared of Michael Jordan at first. I saw in a documentary that he was talking junk and stuff, I think in an exhibition game. And then, of course, Mr. Jordan does what he does. But had an ugly shot, but his shot was very efficient. He's very high up there on the list of all-time three-point great shooters. So he is my number 4, Mr. Reggie Miller. Okay, Anzo, who's your number 3?
My number 3, I'm going to go with Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady was a beast back in the day, man. And when him and Kobe talk, they were actually friends. They played together. And Kobe says the only player that ever could really match him was Tracy McGrady.
Yep, I saw that. I heard that too.
Number 3, Tracy McGrady.
Yep. Flash, who's your number 3, sir?
Me and also going the same way with me because I'm like Tracy McGrady, man.
Y'all cheating off each other's paper.
Not until you hear my number 2.
Oh Lord.
Tracy McGrady I think he had 13 points in like 30 seconds.
Don't even talk about it. I don't want to hear it.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. Yes, I watched that game. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, my number 3 is Mr. Dwayne Wade, aka Flash. Hey, Dwayne Wade, man. I really didn't. He really wasn't on my radar until Shaq went over there, and I saw them won that championship. And ever since then, man, he's been a beast. He got a nice game, athletic. Will drop it on you, man. The only thing defeat him was for the time, got to touch him on the shoulder. But shoot, that sucker, he was nice, man.
Hmm.
So I'm a Dwayne Wade fan, so he's my number three. Okay, Anzo, who's number two?
My number two, and of course, has to be Manu Ginobili.
Ginobili, yeah,
Now,
God.
if you even watch some of Kobe's interview, when Kobe talks about a beast, he talks about Manu Ginobili as well. Manu Ginobili at one time was considered, they called him like a white Kobe or something like that. Can't remember the exact name they used to
Then they
call him.
called him the White Mamba, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
they did. Right. His game was not as defined as Kobe's, and he drove Popovich crazy. But some of the things that he would do on that court, oh man, it was absolutely unbelievable. And he's the creator of the drop step. So number two, Manu Ginobili.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. Number two, Flash. Who's yours?
Kobe Bryant. I mean, Kobe Bryant was amazing. 5 rings. He should have one MVP. That was crazy. But there was a time when Kobe Bryant was unguardable, especially that 81-point game. I mean, that was crazy. So it had to be Kobe Bryant.
My number two also is Kobe Bryant. What's up, Aiden? Um, he is definitely number two, Kobe Bryant. AKA, I've heard some people refer to him as Michael Jordan 2.0. Even Michael Jordan has said that he stole some of his moves. But what I like about Kobe, man, is he was going to get the ball, and the shots that he usually take wasn't the best or high percentage shots, but he kept hitting them on a consistent basis. So uh, he had that chip on his shoulder. Um, he's all about that hard work. When Shaq kind of let himself go those last years, they won a championship. Kobe got on him, and
No big Max.
so some people may not like him, some people may like him, but I think he's the closest thing. If you are a Michael Jordan fan, if you are the mindset that Michael Jordan is the greatest, then Kobe Bryant is just a level just below Michael Jordan, in my opinion, for his skill set and the way he plays the game. So my number two shooting guard is Kobe Bryant. Okay, Mr. Anzo, who's your number one shooting guard, sir?
My number one shooting guard is the man himself, Kobe Bryant. Was never a big Kobe fan because he would always like kill my Spurs, you know, like so. But I had to respect his game because he was, and I think still is, the closest that we will ever get to a Michael Jordan.
So
So
Michael Jordan ain't made your top five.
Michael Jordan's in my small forwards.
Michael Jordan's a
Really?
shooting guard.
He played small forward too. I checked.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Flash.
This was hard. I had to choose between MJ and Wade, but I'm not choosing Wade. I mean, he
What the fuck?
was he was my favorite shooting guard ever. I didn't see MJ play as much because I mean I wasn't alive, but and Dwayne Wade was amazing. Especially, I don't know if you guys remember this. It was a Cavaliers game. He dunked over their center, and it was crazy. Man. So I have to do Dwayne Wade.
What's up, Josh?
What's
What's
up?
going on, man? Oh my god. I'm here. I made what did I miss?
We did the point guards and we did the shooting guards. So tell us your top 5 point guards.
Uh I'll go 1 through 5. Magic, Steph,
Hold on,
Isaiah.
because I'm writing it down.
Okay.
Magic, Steph, Isaiah,
Stockton, and
Stock.
then Mr. Jason Kidd.
Ah, dang, I forgot about Jason Kidd.
He was
Yeah,
on my
just
list, but I can't. Only got 5 spots, but he was definitely on
He
my
might be
mind.
all-time best passer, man. All-time best passer, assists, all that stuff. He's a true leader, and not just on the court, but on the sidelines too, man. Just a great
And
coach.
he's a
Great.
coach now. Well, he's
Yeah.
assistant coach.
Yeah. For shooting guards,
Oh yeah.
who's your 1 through 5?
Shooting guards, MJ, Kobe. Oh, and another thing, I realized like some of these, they obviously played multiple positions, but
That's what I
MJ,
did too.
MJ, Kobe, Wade, AI, and Ray Allen. Even though Ray Allen, yeah, I guess Ray Allen. See,
Put
that's what I
Ray
mean.
Allen in there, bro. You
What's that?
kidding me? You put Ray Allen in there.
Hey, y'all carry the conversation.
Rap was good.
I got
Yeah.
something for a minute.
All right. What's
I mean,
the
you
next
don't think I
category,
should put
Daniel?
Ray Allen in there?
No. I'll wait for you to come back. I'll wait for you to come back.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let me hear your point guards again, Josh, because I was texting my boy.
Yeah, Magic, Steph, Isaiah, Stockton, and Jason Kidd.
Isaiah Stockton, Jason Kidd. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Jason Kidd, meh. I think I would have put.
He has a
I,
lot of good numbers. I'm sorry.
yeah, but I would have probably put Steve Nash over him, which I did. So here are mine because you weren't here.
Okay.
I went Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, Magic Johnson, Stockton, and Isaiah as my number 1.
Okay. Wow. We're very, very different.
My small guards, I went Joe Dumars, Clyde Drexler, Tracy McGrady, Manu Ginobili, Kobe Bryant.
Okay. All right, man. You're trying to think. You're trying to think way outside the box, brother. That's
How?
interesting.
No, it's of all times.
Of all time, yeah. I put MJ in there, Kobe.
Yeah, but
I think Manu
I
would
put
have
MJ
been.
in my small forwards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was having an issue with too. Small forwards. Okay.
Yeah, because MJ played small forward and shooting guard. I don't know how often he played small forward, but
Yeah,
he
'cause I
played that
remember
position.
I
So
used to watch like all of the Bulls intro. I never heard him announce a small forward, but
I
whatever.
think he played partially when Scotty was out.
during the games, right? So because if you
Yeah.
look here, like I'll show you here, I'll share my screen.
Well, I had Scotty in my small forwards, and he's gonna make my whatever. Never mind.
I'm gonna share my screen. See right up the top, it has small shooting guard and small forward.
Okay.
So he must have played it enough to be recognized as a small forward as well.
Okay. I'm trying to see I get everybody paper and order. See, I took the time, boy, and broke down everybody paper, on position. I could keep track
Yeah,
of
me
it.
too. This is my little thing. I was doing that in the car.
We're gonna go with Josh for small forward. Who's your number 5 small forward? If we do it one, we're gonna go 5, 5, 5.
Oh, you went 5 first, then.
We're gonna do 5s first. Then everybody do their 5s, and go everybody do their 4s, 3 down, all the way down to 1. So who's your number 5 small forward?
Number 5 would be I had Dominique Wilkins in there.
Damn, Dominique, the human highlight film. Yeah, him and Larry Bird, boy, they used to have some battles, man.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Okay, Flash, who's your number 5 small forward?
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, his game may not be that flashy, but he gets it done on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball.
Hey, Chloe ain't no joke, man. He ain't no joke.
Yeah. Even though he's basically mute. So.
Basically, what?
Mute. He doesn't talk at all.
Oh yeah. Who's your small forward, Anzo? Number 5.
Number 5, my small forward is Carmelo Anthony. Not a huge fan of Carmelo Anthony, but I gotta give him respect for what he was doing on the court. There were games where he was a beast, man. But he had the same problem that Allen Iverson had, which is they didn't know when it was time to give up their spot and come off of the bench.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I ain't even
I
thought
think
about
him my power
Anthony.
forward.
He didn't even pop in my mind, but I ain't mad at that choice.
Mm-hmm.
My number 5 is Chris Webber. I've always liked Chris Webber game. I think with him and what they call it, well, I can't think of his name. White Chocolate. I think
Jason Williams.
it was a fantastic 1-2 punch. I used to like that. That's one time I liked Sacramento when they played. It was fun, it's exciting, fast paced. I used to like the faces he make after he dunked. Boy, he run down the court looking like he just killed somebody like a predator. So yeah, I like Chris Webber. I like his commentating now. I just like his whole game. So he's my number 5 for power forward. Okay, Josh, who's your number 4?
I have here Dr. J.
Dr. J. Julius
Before my
Erving.
time, but it is what it is. I mean, you got to respect the past.
Yep. Who went next?
That's me.
Flash, who's your number 4?
Danny Granger. Now, some of you might not know him because he played.
Danny Granger. Danny Granger was nice.
Yeah,
he
and
played for the Racers, ain't it?
He used to in like 2022. Danny Granger was basically, I would say you probably compare him to a Kawhi Leonard-esque, but he's probably a better 3-point shooter, but injuries hindered him. So
he was a better 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4, small forward. Anzo.
Number 4. Ugh, God damn it. I hate to say the name, but I have to say the name, and it has to be Kawhi Leonard.
I knew you were going to
Kawhi Leonard, he helped the Spurs win a championship.
And the Raptors, I guess, too.
Yeah, and the Raptors, yeah. You know what I mean? The way he did what he did, I don't like, but I can't deny that he's one of the best two-way players.
You know what? And I don't want to argue with you guys about that because I was thinking of the mindset like he's too young still. It's still he does have 2 rings already. He does have a good body of work already. So I can't argue with it. It's tough to argue.
He has 3 rings. Oh,
3 rings?
Never mind.
Anzo, do you know?
Hey,
Clippers, Toronto.
Why does that?
He don't have no rings. He has 2 rings.
You got 2. One with Toronto and one with
San Antonio.
Spurs.
I mean, that's good for his, this early in his career. So
yeah. I just want to speak to people in the chat real quick. Keely Chow says, "I would love for you guys to talk sports tomorrow on Sports Wars at 11 a.m. Send a link." Wade wasn't Jordan a shooting guard. He was. He played both positions. Jordan is the GOAT. I agree with that. Michael Jordan was a shooting guard, wasn't he? He mainly played that, but I think a few games he played small forward, as Anzo pointed out. Can anyone imagine what if Kobe spent his entire life being a Nike guy? Okay. Keith Chow said, the big mistakes Adidas ever made was failing to sign Michael Jordan to an endorsement deal, and then Kobe signed an endorsement deal with Nike. I agree. Keith Chow said, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Reggie Miller, Jerry Stackhouse. I don't agree with Jerry Stackhouse. Other 4, I don't have a problem.
He has some good longevity. You can't believe wasn't he playing like up until 5 years ago? Or am I thinking I'm thinking of Vince Carter. He's still playing.
Yeah. King David.
Tired.
Ginobili would have been bigger if he didn't start off the bench, especially if he went to another team. That's possibly true.
Yeah.
Ginobili led his team to a gold medal. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi Leonard does talk, just not often. I didn't know Flash was that young. That makes 2 of us, King David. Also, let me guess what your favorite basketball team is: the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Give me a second.
Mads Mama Bear, what's up, Mads? She said, "LOL, poor Nonzo. That must have hurt." Yeah, it did. Anthony Beltree said, "LeBron James, Larry Bird, Julius Erving, Kevin Durant, Scottie Pippen." Okay. My number 4 is Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen is in the top 50 of all time NBA greats. I don't know when they're going to update that list, but he made the top 50 during the All Star weekend. I've often heard players say that Scottie Pippen was the glue that held them together defensively and offensively sometimes because Mike was only asked to score and do other things secondary. Him and I know doing the Dream Team when they were talking big time. I think Jerry Rosendorf, however you pronounce his name, the owner, was like 20 Kuko, 20 Kuko, 20 Kuko, 20 Kuko. Shoot, them two, man, according to what the story I heard, Magic Johnson said that they went bananas on 20 Kukoc doing the Dream Team when they played his team and just shut him down. So defensively, both ends of the court, Scottie Pippen was a beast. So he was
I'm
my number
back.
4. Okay. You're now going, Josh. Who is your number 3? Small
I
forward.
had Scotty as my number 3.
Scottie Pippen.
Where we at?
Number 3.
Oh, okay.
Scottie Pippen, number 3, Josh. Okay. Flash, who's your number 3?
Kevin Durant. I mean,
Kevin Durant.
I think Kevin Durant may be the most unguardable person I've seen in my life. I mean, he can do everything.
Man, you done said that about 4 players already.
Because they can. Honestly. Kyrie is. Kevin Durant is.
Okay. I hear you, bro. Just messing.
Basically 7 feet tall.
Anzo. We finished, Flash?
Yeah. Oh,
Anzo, who's your number 3? Small forward.
my number 3 is the same as Flash. I'm going with KD. Kevin Durant.
Y'all looking at the same websites. Okay. But damn, I must be him too because I put him as my number 3 too. Kevin
There
Durant.
you go.
Okay. Josh, who is your number 2?
Oh, come on, the camera for this one. Number 2, my man. Can't really see him that well. Mr. Number 33, Larry.
Mr. Bird.
Yeah, man.
I ain't mad at you. Flash, who's your number 2?
Larry Bird.
Damn.
Yeah, Larry Bird. When watching the documentary and watching highlights over the years, he was great, man. I mean, he can shoot the 3. He can acrobat. He was good at doing acrobatic shots. I love everything about Larry Bird.
A leader and a pioneer for his time.
Yeah, if he would play in this era, he would have been
Very intelligent. He's a very intelligent basketball player because athletically he was lacking, but as far as intelligence of the ball and grit, he's the man. Small forward number 2, Anzo. Who you got, sir?
Come on. I gotta go with the chosen one.
LeBron
Yeah, I gotta go with LeBron James, bro.
as number 2.
Hey, don't make that face, Josh.
LeBron James is my number 2.
Okay, I am shocked with that one, but okay. I put Mr. Larry Bird as my number 2. All right. So, Josh, who's your number 1?
It's really only one, man. It's the chosen one. That's why he's the chosen one, right?
Yeah.
Mr. James, man. King James.
All right, Mr. Flash, who's your number 1?
You know who mine is, LeBron James. I mean, this may be controversial, but I think he's the greatest player of all time.
Oh.
In my opinion, I didn't say no.
Hold on. I got a response for that. Hold on. Where is it at? Where is it at? There it is, right.
I knew I was.
You get a double Phantom Zone. Don't you
Yeah.
ever come on my stream saying that again.
Yeah. I will say this though, as a warning, my top when we get to my All-Star team, it's not going to reflect my top 5. I made my All-Star team like the best. Oh,
Bye. Want to go?
Mm-mm.
All right, be safe. Don't go get. All right, love you.
Later.
Yeah, like I didn't just take the number ones from all my fives to make my team. Like I have them specifically for a reason.
Don't matter. Don't care.
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Lonzo, who's your number one? I'm ready to hear this.
MJ, I told you guys.
Oh, okay.
I put him as my small forward, right? So, and that's because one of the reasons why I did that is because I wanted to make room for some players in my small guard, shooting guard category. So I put MJ as my number one small forward.
Okay.
So yes, MJ is on my list.
To me, out of all the categories, this next list is the hardest, and for me it was. It is who are your top five power forwards? Who are your top five power forwards? And to me, is one I had to really scratch my head, and I'm gonna go first on this. My number five. You know what? I messed up. I said Chris Webber. He should have been a small. My number,
Power forward. That's what
yeah,
I thought.
yeah.
Yeah.
My number
Yeah,
five
that's what I
small
thought.
forward was James Worthy. He is my
Okay.
number five small forward. My number five power forward is Chris Webber.
Okay. Gotcha.
He is,
That's what I was saying. I was gonna ask you, but I was gonna be like, you put him there, but I thought he
yeah,
was. But I
no,
figured you did what I did.
he was a power forward. My small forward number five was James Worthy.
Okay.
Big game James. All right,
Hey, manager.
Anzo, who's your number five, sir? Power forward.
My number five power forward is Amari Stoudemire.
Who?
Amari Stoudemire. This
Knicks.
guy was a beast when he played with the Suns. I remember some playoff games against the Spurs
I thought
where
he
it
stayed
got
hurt all the time before he really reached his potential.
no, he got hurt. He got hurt after his potential. That's when he started to go down. But yo, he would score like 40 points a game on the Spurs. I mean, they at one point in the playoffs, they just let him score and stopped everybody else because they couldn't stop him. So it's like, okay, we can't stop him. We can't be double teaming him or anything like that. They could not stop him. I remember there was an interview um, with Pop, and Pop said something. They asked him about defense or something like that, and Pop was like, "Defense." Amir Stoudemire like scored like 40 points on us a game. Like he was like a Spurs killer. The only thing is they didn't have a good enough team to beat the Spurs. But yeah, he was a thorn.
Okay.
So
Flash, who was your number five power forward?
He's mainly known for defense, not offense. So Draymond Green. I mean, right now he's not playing as good as he once was, but y'all probably know he was great in his prime defensively and as a passer. So Draymond Green, number five.
Okay. Josh, who do you have as your number five power forward, sir?
Come on the camera. I have every time I rep my Celtics, I gotta come on. Kevin McHale, Mr. Kevin McHale.
Hey, that sucker was hell in the post. He had some moves and footwork. So
Yep.
I ain't mad at you at all with that one.
Human Bird in the prime, man.
Okay. My number four power forward is Mr. Karl Malone. One half of the dynamic duo for the Utah Jazz. I never was a Utah Jazz fan, but people say that LeBron is like the biggest. I think Karl Malone was bigger than him. I mean, that sucker look like total muscle, and I mean, he go up and down the court and dunk. I ain't care what little crazy dunk he had.
Well,
Mailman, he delivered. So
LeBron lost a lot of weight when he did that workout with who was it, Durant?
yeah, but I'm saying people are saying that they never seen somebody move as fast and stuff. I'm not saying Karl Malone is nearly as athletic as LeBron is, but he wasn't no slouch either.
yeah,
Give
but
him
I
props.
think it's positioned because Karl Malone played power forward, so they're known to be a little bit big like that. You know what I mean? You either have to be tall or stocky to be a power forward. LeBron's coming in there as a small forward. You know what I mean? And when compared to other small forwards, he was an anomaly.
Okay, Azo, Who's your number 4, sir?
My number 4, I'm going with Anthony Davis. I remember there was a few years ago where I told people that Anthony Davis was going to be considered one of the best point guards, power forwards playing at this time. Not of all times, but playing it, like he's going to get better. I think it was one season, his first 2 games or first 3 games, he was scoring like 50 points a game. And they were like, oh, no, he's just, and I'm like, don't worry, he's going to get better. So Anthony Davis has gotten better. He can shoot 3. But, yeah, he's my number 4.
Okay. Flash, who is your number 4, sir?
Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett.
The big ticket. I ain't mad at you. He's originally from South Carolina. One of the first players to go straight from high school to NBA. So, good choice. All right, Mr. Josh, who's your number 4?
Mr. Sir Charles, man. He would have been higher.
Boo.
I hate that dude.
Boo.
I hate him.
Boo. And I ain't boo nobody's picks, but I'm booing yours. Boo.
I hate Charles Barkley.
I should have actually booed the Karl Malone one too. So boo for Karl Malone too.
Why is that though, Anzo? Why is that?
Yeah, how you gonna boo somebody picks, huh?
Well, I mean, especially like Sir Charles, and I mean,
You booed my Dwayne Wade one?
I didn't boo
No,
nobody.
James.
I was curious though, Anzo. No, what you don't like just Sir Charles as like a person, or what?
I just think that I just think that they're overrated.
Mm.
Karl Malone and Charles Barkley.
I want Charles Barkley as a person. He's annoying.
Now, when you talking about his personality, we talking about his gameplay.
Well, his game,
so am I.
yeah, it's great.
So am I.
but
I'm not talking about his personality.
I'm talking about Flash.
Oh, I like Chuck's
Yeah,
personality.
great.
To be honest with you, I like his personality. I like watching him.
Because if you want to hear the truth, or I ain't gonna say the truth, but if you want to hear the hard version, don't care about hurting your feelings, and that's Mr. Charles Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
He says exactly what's on his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next?
He would have been higher if he got
Everybody done went round?
Josh, I think Josh just went.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
So
on
it's
number
you.
3 now.
Yeah.
Number 3. My number 3 is Kevin McHale. I didn't like Kevin McHale when he was playing because he was always playing against the Lakers. It seemed to be the
It's
Lakers
okay, Danny. It's
and
all
the
right.
damn Celtics.
I understand, man.
And that bastard used to always put it on us.
Hell yeah.
Them low post moves. Ain't had no kind of NBA body. Built like a damn jack-o'-lantern or some shit. But that sucker could damn put 20 or 30 on you in a minute. So I got to give the devil his due. And
That's good, man. Unbiased. I like it, Danny. I like it.
Kevin McHale.
I like it.
All right, Alonzo, who's your number 3?
My number 3, I gotta go with Dirk Nowitzki. This guy was he's one of the best international players. I think Manu Ginobili is better than him, but he's one of the best. He'd have to be like 1A, 1B, because this guy could shoot the ball, boy. Oh my God.
7 feet tall. Ooh.
At his height, exactly. He could shoot the ball, he could play inside. Man, he was a beast. So yeah. Number 3, Dirk.
He's our brother. I think he's married to a sister girl.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
No, I'm really curious to hear Anzo's number 1.
You don't need to hear it. You don't know.
I know who that is right now. I ain't gonna go no further. Kevin, you on our number 3? Flash, who's your number 3, sir?
Blake Griffin. I mean, in his prime, he was postering somebody every game. It seemed like.
Yeah, I mean,
I,
you jump out the damn gym, that's for sure.
it was crazy. So it's but
Excuse me.
I wish you'd have had more of his game than his dunking because
he does now. I mean, before he
yeah,
got injured,
but you don't make that
he could
splash
shoot
like that.
three.
Flash, you're making me feel old, my G. You're making me feel really old.
Josh, who's your number 3, sir?
Number 3, got to go with Karl Malone. It's Karl Malone. Don't hang up on Karl Malone.
Mailman is gonna make the delivery.
Boo.
They were so close. They were so close to be Stockton, man. So close.
I bet you that time some of these people like, motherfucker Jordan.
Yeah.
That
Mm-hmm.
all-headed bastard kept me from getting a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, sorry to say it. Sorry to hurt some people's feelings. But my number 2 is Charles Barkley. I think I really get pissed off when Shaq and damn Kenny be fucking with him on TNT, man, talking about he ain't got no ring, especially Shaq.
Mhm.
Shaq.
It's funny.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
You ain't got one of these. How many of these you got, man?
Love
I'm like,
it.
really,
Love it.
Shaq.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I like Charles Barkley. Round mound of rebound. Coach didn't think he was gonna make it because he was pretty much overweight for a basketball player, but he was able to carry that weight. And like I said, I would love to see him and Allen Iverson play with the Sixers, man, with Dr. J and Malone. I think that team could have been something special. But he's my number 2 as far as power forwards.
I mean, Shaq shouldn't really talk like imagine if Charles Barkley had Kobe or Dwayne Wade.
That's his argument. He said, "I wish
You know
I
what
had
I mean?
Scottie Pippen or Kobe Bryant." I mean,
It's true. I
he
mean,
had it. He played with the MVP. Didn't he play with Steve Nash a year or two?
Yeah, but he was old back.
Well, I'm
He did play with Suns, but he was old.
Didn't Nash win MVP twice back to back?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes. Back to back MVP. Yes. The year before Tim Duncan won back to back.
Okay. Number 2.
That's me.
Flash. Choose your number 2.
Anthony Davis. He can shoot perimeter. He shoot from the perimeter. He can get in the paint. Great dunker. So probably Anthony.
Does Flash have any old school players on his
Flash
list?
is
No.
young as hell, baby.
Man, you don't know nobody past Magic. You don't know nobody past Magic.
You got to go to Flash.
Let me see the oldest player Flash got on his
Probably Michael Jordan.
It was Magic.
It's Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Okay.
Flash, do you live in Massachusetts?
No one is gonna be surprising.
Magic and Larry
No.
are the oldest 2 players.
You got to come up and go to the Hall of Fame and get you some
But he
history lessons, man.
got one player I would have never put in the top 5, Danny Granger. But I mean, that's to each his own.
He was good.
I'm just saying. I just say it to each his own, bro. I mean,
I know.
if you like him, that's good. Okay, number 2, Josh. Who's your number 2, sir? Power forward.
My number 2 is Mr. Dirk. Great career, NBA champion.
Stay with the one team the whole career.
Yeah, that's what I love too. I can't stand the journeyman.
Mark Cuban loved him, boy.
Yeah,
He loved him.
yeah.
And they got Luka.
Number 1 for Mr. Graham, power forward. That would be. Oh God, it's gonna hurt coming out my mouth. Let me see if I can get something to get. Mr. Tim Duncan would be the number 1 power forward for me. That's who I got. Big fundamental. Down in the low post, he was hell. They talk a lot of junk. Now that's what I really like. He did not talk a lot of junk. I like players that don't talk junk. Just go out there and just quietly whip your ass. That's what I like. So he is the poster boy for that. So number 1, Tim Duncan.
There you go. Good choice.
Oh my God.
Good choice.
Flash, who's your number 1?
Tim Duncan. I think he's top 8 all time. He might have not been flashy, but he was great. I mean, 5 rings, 2 MVPs. Which one say against that?
Okay, I heard that shit earlier. We ain't gonna have to hear it again. Okay, we're not going through no whole spiel on what he won. Just say he was number one, and we going to the next one. Okay, uh,
Two MVPs.
Anzo,
Yes, sir.
you know what your number one is.
I absolutely do. It's a five-time NBA champion,
Oh my God!
1998 Rookie of the Year, 14th all-time.
Oh man.
No, 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 no.
What?
Oh man.
All right, Tim Duncan.
Who was your number two?
Wait, I think yeah,
M-
I
m-
think something happened.
Did I miss number? Okay, my number two was Kevin Garnett. I think we missed number two. I missed number two. Number two was Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
Josh, who your number one is?
Anza, if
I
I could.
didn't finish.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Oh,
No, I was just gonna say some stats. It's okay. Go ahead, Josh.
I'll help you out, Anzo. If I could have argued with you, I would have. I can't. It's gotta be. It's all around the board. You already know, Mr. Duncan. How many time NBA champion, man? Like just a beast, dude, and disciplined. And I'm not even gonna go with he was part of the system. No, forget about that. Like all those players were great. Manu and
he's the only player that everybody on the panel put him in the number one spot.
Anza, did you put Tony Parker in your top?
I'm shocked. He didn't put Tony Parker.
Why would I put Tony Parker in there? Hell
Point
no.
guard?
Huh?
Point guard?
As greatest of all times? No.
I say the
Wow,
top five.
that's
Yeah. A top five of all times? No.
Tony Parker was hell.
He was.
The games I saw him.
He was.
we're just saying it's because it's you, Anzo. Like we're just shocked that you didn't.
No, I mean I wouldn't have been mad. I could because I think Tony Parker was a beast, bro.
Oh yeah,
he was. I think so too. But I think there were better point guards than Tony Parker. But yeah, he was a beast. I agree. But mine, like that's why I put Manu up in there because I liked Manu a little bit more. And if you watch Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes, all that smoke, Steven Jackson will tell you time and time again that the reason why they lost to the Mavericks was because of Tony Parker. He has no love for Tony Parker.
Damn.
Yeah.
I like Steven Jackson's story about his marriage when he left the altar. That's a crazy story too.
No, I said Anthony Davis once.
Yeah, I know. He only said it once. I said Anthony Davis as well.
Josh had Larry Bird.
Of course, Josh had Larry Bird, Celtics fan.
Yeah, but also just, it's one of the greats.
Guys, I thought Larry Bird was a small forward, or did he play dual positions?
He played a lot of different dual positions.
Caleb was a great forward in the day. Okay. Next, we go into centers. Number 5, start off with Anzo. Who's your number 5 center?
You see, now for me, this was one of the toughest ones because my number 5, I was like, who the hell? And I said, you know what? Even though I don't like him, I'm going to put him as my number 5. Dwight Howard, Defensive Player of the Year. He was a beast in his prime down low, And, yeah, he had that lob over Tim Duncan that game. And so, yeah.
Josh, who's your number 5?
The great Patrick Ewing, great center and great coach now.
Okay, Flash, who was your number 5, sir?
Dwight Howard too.
Oh my God!
I literally chose Dwight Howard right before Alonzo talked.
My number 5, I'm going way back, Wilt Chamberlain. Because of what I said earlier. I wish I could have seen it. They said it's not on videotape.
No, they have some clips.
I'm saying, how could the hell you not record a game where somebody scored 100 points?
I don't think they were recording games back then like that. Yeah,
I wish I could go back in time and see that. Even when he playing against inferior players, I seem like to see somebody in an actual game score 100 points. So, Wilt Chamberlain's my number 5.
Cool.
All right. Anzo, you're number 4, sir.
My number 4 is Yao Ming.
What?
Yao
I am
Ming.
shocked. I'm
Yeah,
really
yo,
shocked.
Yao Ming was a beast, man. And if you watch some of the interviews with Shaq, Shaq says he tried to bully the shit out of Yao Ming, and Yao Ming was holding his own. He says Yao Ming was one of the hardest players he had to play against, and I've watched those games with Yao Ming and Tim Duncan going at it as well. He was a beast. So Yao Ming.
Okay. I'm really shocked. I didn't see that. Okay. Josh, who's your number 4?
Number 4, I have 11-time champion, NBA champion. I got to come on, Mr. Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
Celtic.
Well, 11-time champion,
Lakers
almost
got
twice as many as Jordan. Now,
Lakers are tied.
I'm not saying that. You know what I mean.
Okay, Flash, who's your number 4, sir?
Joel Embiid. This season, he's probably gonna win MVP this
All
year.
right.
It's Joel Embiid. He's have you seen the 76ers and Joel Embiid this season? He's probably going to win MVP.
I'm not laughing at that, man. I'm just laughing at, man, you got no
How
doubt.
young
Yeah.
I am.
You got
Oh,
nobody-
Yeah, Flash. It's only because, like, you know, Danny and I, we picked like Wilt Chamberlain, and, you know, Patrick Ewing. Like, I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
And you picking the guy, and I think the only center to go a whole game or play like a full game and score 0 points.
That was last year. He's probably the MVP this
I
season.
know that was last year. That's what I'm saying. That was just last year.
I love seeing Joel Embiid play.
That's
mean-
funny. That's funny, man.
If you want to go way, way back, Roy
No.
Hibbert.
Hey, we're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you, bro.
Yeah, don't worry. It's all good.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
Anzo, who's your number 3, sir?
You guys are going to be surprised with my number 3.
I'm already surprised you're number 4. I can't believe it.
Because I'm pretty sure he's going to be a lot of you guys number 1, but I'm putting him at number 3, which is Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal was a dominant force. Yes, he was. But he had a lot of issues to his game. And I honestly believe if Shaq wasn't as big as he was, he wouldn't have been as good as he was. So,
Damn. Okay.
number 3.
All right. Josh, who's your number 3, sir?
My number 3 is Mr. Wilt Chamberlain, man. And, you know, I got to respect the past. I got to see that giant ass coat when I went to the Hall of Fame, man. It's fucking huge. Big dude, man. But, you know, helped evolve the game, too, you know. All these players evolving the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Flash, who's your number 3?
Anzo's probably going to agree with me. David Robinson. I didn't see him play, obviously, but I saw clips and highlights and old games of him, and he was amazing to watch.
Hey, the Admiral wasn't bad, man. Left-handed. Man, he put it on you. Very athletic. I think he graduated. I think he's maybe the only NBA player that graduated from like the Navy, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Mhm.
I mean, the actual school.
Yeah. It was him. Mm-hmm.
My number 3 is Elijah Wan. That sucker was a beast, boy. Elijah Wan used to be, man, that's the king to dream, that little step he had, boy, under the paint. Man, his footwork was impeccable. So he's my number 3, man. I love his game. Wasn't a Houston Rockets fan, but I was definitely a King Elijah Wan fan. Okay. Your number 2, Anzo.
Okay. And number 2 is because I was a fan, not because I think he was like maybe the best, but because I was a fan. So number 2 is Patrick Ewing. I think he's very underrated because he's never won a championship. But I do also remember he was actually the cause why they didn't win because he lay up instead of dunked. And that
That was
was
a documentary, right?
huh? Yeah, there was. I think it was in the Michael Jordan documentary. He lay up instead of dunk. He had a clean dunk. He could have banged that home, and he laid up, and the ball hit the back of the rim and fell right off. You know, but I liked that Knicks team, and Patrick Ewing was one of my favorite players at the time, so he's number 2.
Okay. Josh, who's your number 2, sir?
Same as you, Mr. Hakeem Olajuwon, 2-time champ, I believe. I don't want to mistake that.
2 times. 2
Tom
times.
Brady. Yep. all-time great. And actually stood up to Shaq, and when they had that little nudge or whatever, I don't know if you know that, but yeah.
Shaq was in his like rookie years though.
Man,
Right,
that's
right. Oh, you know that story, yeah.
Olajuwon from Africa, man. They used to hunt lions. So if you out there and hunt a lion with a damn spear, I don't think you're scared of no regular human.
Yeah, I'm not saying he was scared of Shaq.
No. I'm just making that statement overall.
Yeah.
Number 2, Flash. Who's number 2 for you, sir?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Boom. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I watched some of his old games and his hook. I think he has the number 1 unguardable shot ever, the hook, the sky hook.
Yeah, it was.
It's pretty unguardable. I will give you that one.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Shaquille O'Neal. Most dominant player, center I think ever played. If he could improve his free throw, the Hacker Shack is what hurt him. Hacker Shack and undisciplined eating habits is what shortened his career. I think if he would have been smaller, let's say shed 25 pounds, he'd be more in the range of what's this young guy now that played for the Pelicans?
Zion.
He's more than Zion weight, and I think that Zion can be good, man, as long as he just keep discipline.
Yeah,
but that's my number 2. I just got a work call. Give me a minute. Keep the conversation going, please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem. Well, I'll give my number 1, and we all know my number 1. Well, you should know my number 1 because I got to stick with my Spurs. And when the Pistons fell apart, I needed a team. I started looking for a team, and I found David Robinson. I watched one of the Spurs games, and I watched this big man take it from one coast to the other and do a 360 dunk in the game. And I was like, damn. So I've been a fan of David Robinson ever since. The reason why I didn't put Olajuwon on my list is because Olajuwon kind of schooled him in a playoff game. So I really can't fucking stand Olajuwon. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I only saw most of the games at the end of his career, so I've never really seen him in his prime. That's one of the reasons why I never put him on the list either. I mean, he did have the sky hook, but at the end of the day, like, I don't know, his career was kind of his last days as a player was kind of bad. So David Robinson's my number 1. Go ahead, movie.
I mean, it's Shaq, man. What can I say? One of the most dominant centers I've ever seen. I don't even know, 4-time NBA champion. They had to make a rule specifically for him, like Danny said, the hack of Shaq, because he was so dominant. And just good with almost everything, except for obviously the free throw shooting. They've always said that, but he didn't need it. And he did it on 2 teams. You know what I mean? So that's it.
I kind of agree with you, but at the end of the day, like, there were a few of those teams, especially in the second team with Miami, it was Dwayne Wade all the way. You know what I mean?
Sure, he did have Kobe, he had Dwayne Wade, but I mean, you got to have somebody. I know I'm using it as a weapon for Charles when I did that before, but in the same vein, I mean, you do. It's a team game,
My number 1. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Flash. Go ahead.
My number 1 was Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, what Josh said, they had to make a rule specifically for him because he was so dominant in the paint. If he would have stopped eating those Big Macs, it probably would have been better. So, Shaquille.
Well, that's the thing. Even if you watch the interview with him and Kobe always tells him that if he had, Kobe wished he had took better care of his weight, and he would come into camp overweight, and he was eating too much, and he didn't have the discipline that Kobe had. So that
I think you have 6 rings if you didn't. If he was in shape. Honestly.
I don't know about 6, but I do think they would have definitely beat that Pistons team if he was in better shape. Because I never saw them losing to that Pistons team. I didn't even watch that finals because I figured the Lakers were going to run through them. And then I was like, shit, Karl Malone's going to get his first championship, which I didn't want either. So, because I hated Karl Malone, to be honest with you. Really hated him. I thought Karl Malone was very overrated. And the only thing Karl Malone ever did that I liked is he injured David Robinson, and the Spurs were out of the playoffs that year.
Huh.
Had one of the worst records in the league and ended up getting Tim Duncan. So I thank Karl Malone for that. But other than that, yeah, Karl Malone was pretty much a waste.
I don't know if you know this, but you know Tim Duncan used to be a swimmer, right? And and the only reason he started playing basketball, I think, because he moved.
No, because of Hurricane.
Yeah, right.
Hurricane came in and destroyed the swimming pool. He had no other place to swim, so he ended up starting to play basketball. So since Danny's not here right now, busy, we'll go into the next category.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool.
I didn't get your number one. I'm sorry. Let me go back. Also, what was your number one center?
Big Dave. Admiral.
Rob.
And Flash had Shaq.
They had Shaq.
Yeah.
Both had Shaq.
And movie with Shaq too.
Yeah.
My number one was Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
Skyhook, unstoppable. So can play till he's like 45 years old. I think LeBron is about to catch his all-time scoring, but he's all-time scoring leader in the NBA. So,
and I told these guys the reason why I didn't put him in my number one is because the only memories I have of him is as his end days of his career, and all he really had was the hook. You know,
I think he was the only player to win like a high school championship, college championship, and I think 5 NBA championships. If I'm not mistaken, 5 or 6.
Yeah, it was before my time too. Not Dr. J, Kareem.
Yeah,
a little bit.
No. I remember Kareem very well. Okay, next is dunkers. Who are top? Now I got my dunking, not in-game dunking. I mainly pull from what I remember from the slam dunk competition.
Okay.
And I watch every slam dunk competition since Dr. J started the first one. So that's where I went through mine. That's where I got my dunkings from. But if you want to have in-game, that's fine too.
Okay, because I was worried about that. I was like, I did the same thing with the dunk contest, and I was like, what are you talking about in-game?
Okay, I'll go first. My number 5 is Zach LaVine. The reason why I put Zach LaVine, man, because that dunk contest with him and Aaron Gordon, it is the most memorable dunk contest I've seen since Jordan and Dominique. It was just back and forth, and what I like about it was first try. It wasn't his third, fourth, fifth try. It was first try dunks from the free throw line, jumping over different shit, all kind of crazy dunks that I've never seen before. But Zach LaVine got that swagger. When you look at him, like, man, he ain't up, but the cat got some hops. So he's my number 5 for his dunker.
Cool.
Josh, I'm gonna go with you.
I had
Dominique Wilkins, aka the Human Highlight Film. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, no, it's good.
All right. Flash, who's your number 5?
Nate Robinson. I watched some of these old dunk contests, and what made it so impressive, he was so short.
Yeah, he was short.
Like, if he was taller, I probably would have him lower. But since he was so short, it was crazy how he just dunked over people like it was nothing. So, but now he's probably going to be remembered for being knocked out by Logan, by Jake Paul. But,
no.
Yeah. You're probably correct. Anzo, who's your number 5 dunker, sir?
My number 5 dunker is Michael Jordan.
Oh my God.
And the reason why is because I think the other ones I have, which I'll say their names later, were better dunkers.
Okay.
I just do.
All right. Who went first? Did I go first last time?
You went first.
Yeah.
All right. My number four is Aaron Gordon. Basically, he was the partner of Zach Levine in that dunk contest, and when he dunked over that damn mascot turning on that thing and all them crazy dunks he did, like I said, those two, that's the best dunk contest I've seen since Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. So those two guys, they to me they brought back, they breathed new life to the dunk contest because it was kind of mediocre there for a minute. I know we had that little bit of excitement with Blake Griffin jumping over a car and
Trash.
old boy put on the Superman cape
Trash.
and he dunked and stuff. I mean, it brought a little bit of excitement to it. He was like, "Damn, what are you gonna do?" I was
It
excited.
brought, yeah, it brought excitement to it, but that wasn't a dunk. Shouldn't no one.
So, like I said, both these guys they did their dunks on the first try. A lot of times you see people do things 3 or 4 times and still get high scores, but first time back to back 50s back to back. That's the first dunk contest where I think both contestants should have gotten the trophy. So five Zach Levine for me and four is Aaron Gordon. Josh, who's your number four?
Weird choice, but I'm going with LeBron, man. So it's a little bit of a mix-up of in-game and dunk contest. So
He never
LeBron
played in dunk contest.
dunk contest.
no, I know he didn't play.
He meant his list is a mix up between
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
dunk
Oh,
contest and games.
Yeah.
I got you.
Sorry,
Okay.
LeBron.
Flash, who's your number four?
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon.
I think that dunk contest, because I got into basketball like in 2012. I think that was the first dunk contest I actually watched, and I was amazed. I don't remember what type of dunks they did, but I think he did one when he threw it off the rim and then went up to get it, something like that. He was crazy.
Okay. Anzo, who's your number four, sir?
My number four, Dominique Wilkins. And the only reason why I put Dominique Wilkins ahead of Jordan is because I think Dominique Wilkins was a better in dunk gamer. So I added that and the dunk contest together. But yeah, Dominique Wilkins was a beast, man. His windmill dunk was so beautiful when you would watch that thing go up in the air, man. So Dominique Wilkins is my number four.
All right. Okay. My number three was Dominique Wilkins. Dominique Wilkins had power, man. I mean, when you one thing about Dominique Wilkins, he was a two-handed dunker. Michael Jordan and the other ones I listed before him were one-handed dunkers, or they could dunk with both. But if you back at Dominique Wilkins' dunks, all of his dunks are two-handed dunks, which I'm not saying is any easier or harder. It's just stating out a fact. But the human highlight film, I used to love to watch like the top 10 plays of the day, and he being there because he used to be dunking on Larry Bird, and it's ridiculous. So, like I said, he's my number three dunker, Dominique Wilkins. All right, Josh, who you got, sir?
MJ, the great one, because he's like right in the middle of both in-game and dunk contest.
Yeah. Okay. Flash, who's your number three, sir?
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter.
The first time I think I saw his dunks was in the documentary, the Vince Carter documentary on Netflix.
Half
And when he
man,
did,
half amazing.
yeah, when he did it's over, man, that was amazing. He was like, it's over. It shows nothing else anybody could do because he was winning that dunk contest.
There was one dunk he liked up. The one he did in the arm in the rim.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for that one. To me,
Really?
It was kind of underwhelming.
No.
Now, the rest of them was fire. Got no.
You know why it wasn't as underwhelming? Because he was able to jump so high that he was able to get his arm like in that position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like usually when a dunker goes in, it hits the back of their wrist, right? When they're
Mhm.
dunking. So he jumped up so high that he was able to hit the inside of his arm. That was crazy.
Yeah. Okay, Anzo, who's your number three?
My number three, Zach Levine. And I gotta go with Zach Levine for one of the reasons, like Danny said, is I think that dunk contest was, if not the greatest one of all times, in my opinion, because both contestants brought it. They did all their dunks on the first try, and 90% of the dunks that they did, we had never
Never
seen
seen.
before.
That is correct. I
Mhm.
couldn't believe it. I was like, where do these guys come from?
Yeah, me too. Me too, bro.
Okay, my number two is Michael Jordan. Um, when I first see Michael Jordan did that kiss the rim dunk and the other dunks he did, I was like, man, this sucker here, man, he can damn fly. He turns sideways, look at the rim, slam it down, all kind of crazy stuff. He had that swag about him. And that first year he did it, he had a little gold chain and stuff. Then the year him and Dominique did it. Um, just always liked Jordan. I like his one handed. He has that big hand. He can move the ball around and stuff. So he's my number two, Michael Jordan.
Hmm.
All right, Josh, who's your number two, sir?
Aaron Gordon, I put him up high because he was robbed and just all the dunks combined, but mainly that one where the mascot was spinning
The
on
mascot. Oh my god.
it's you know, uh,
It's gonna be hard to ever beat that one, man.
yeah, I
Mhm.
almost put him as number one, but
Because he didn't spread his legs and jump over it. He took both legs
Yep.
and went over that sucker. And
Yep.
that sucker had to be close to 7 feet tall,
Yep.
standing on that thing.
Yep. And
but
if you watch anybody else before that, when they dunk over somebody, they always do to spread their legs, right? And it's
Mhm.
just like their nutsack just goes over. He literally.
yeah.
Oh,
Dude, he jumped over Taco Fall, man. He jumped over Taco Fall's what 7 foot.
oh
Six?
yeah.
Mhm.
Like
I
no, they disrespected that too. Like
Hey,
you
hope
got-
they have a
intelligent,
dunk contest this year.
intelligent cycle, I'm not mad at your number four. Because we had no spots, he would have definitely been on mine.
Yeah,
Jason
Jason Richards.
is
Yeah,
a beast.
yeah,
He
yeah.
won that, buddy.
Hmm.
Okay, Flash, who's your number two?
Kobe Bryant. I think he's one of the best in-game dunkers. I think he only did the dunk contest once. Like Kobe was postering people until he was like 33, 34. That's how much athleticism he had.
Okay, I ain't mad at that, sir. Anzo, who's your number two, sir?
Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon's my number two because of that dunk contest. And like we said, man, I think that mascot dunk, and not the one where he jumped over it, the one where the mascot was spinning on the little hoverboard.
to
Yeah,
get that timing, it's nuts, man.
yeah.
The timing and behind his back, and then I was like, "Yo, that to me, I think is one of the greatest dunks I've ever seen." Like, to be honest with you, so
Yeah.
that's why I had to put him at number two.
Definitely.
All right, my turn. My number one is half man, half amazing. Vince Carter. That year he won it. It wasn't even close. If I would have come there and see him in there, well, I'm playing for second. I'm gonna get the second place money because, like I said earlier, all his dunks to me were amazing. Except that I could see what he was trying to do, but it was just underwhelming to me. It's amazing because I know I could never ever do it, even in my wildest dreams. But compared to his other dunks he did before and after that dunk, was just fire. I mean, it was highly anticipated. I felt like I got my money's worth for it. So, and then games, man, I've seen him do some incredible shit that ain't even a human should be able to do.
Hmm.
So he is definitely my number one.
Like the jumping over that dude in the fucking Olympic game.
Yep.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
god, that was sick.
He had hair.
Yeah, that was sick.
All right, Josh, who's your number one, sir?
Got to give it to Vince Carter. Overall, just dominant, fiercest dunker, dunk contest elevator. I think he elevated it, man, to what it is today. Along with obviously MJ and Dominique, but yeah, just I gotta. He's the GOAT dunker. I think.
I agree. Flash, who's your number one dunker, sir?
MJ, aka your Ernest. I mean, when I saw, well, I didn't actually see it, but when I saw the clip of his free throw line dunk, I was amazed. I think anyone could do that. Like it looked like he was gliding in the air, which is insane. So it has to be MJ.
Okay.
Good choice.
I ain't mad at you. Anzo, you're number one, sir.
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter.
You said it all, Vince Carter. I mean, that dunk competition, he had no competition, really and truly.
Nope.
Like, can you even remember who he went up
Steve
against?
Francis is the only one I can remember.
Steve Francis. Okay, right. And Steve Francis wasn't bad.
Yeah, he was nice now. He had
Yeah,
a nice
yeah,
dunk.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But Vince Carter was nailing all his dunks on the first try, and he was just doing these.
Vince Carter had craziness with power.
Yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes people can dunk, but they don't look all that power. But when you put
Hmm.
that oomph behind it and it goes in and you do something crazy, man, that's just
I agree.
hard to beat, bro.
But in game too.
Yeah,
Like,
in game is even crazier.
Hmm. And that's why I put these guys high up there, because I'm like Roberto. If you do it on the first try, it's more like, oh my God, than when you're
Yeah.
trying it over and over again. So
yeah.
If I'm mistaken, I think Tracy McGrady was in that dunk contest with him, and they're cousins.
Yeah, he was. They talked about it in the documentary.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah, they're like first or second cousins.
yeah, yeah. I know. I just didn't remember him being in it.
At one point, he tossed the ball for Vince, or bounced the ball, or did something. I
Oh,
remember.
okay, yeah.
All right, we go into the next competition. What's up, Bosco?
Hey, guys, Scott.
Hey, Deshker, what's up?
What up, brother?
We're going to 3-point shooters. Who are your top 3-point shooters? Okay. Anzo, I'm gonna let you go first, sir. Who was your number 5?
Craig Hodges.
Oh man, that is a blast from the past, there, bro.
Craig Hodges. He won the 3-point competition a couple of times. I think 3, if I'm not mistaken. I think him and Larry Bird are the only 2 that won it 3 times. He was a beast on that Chicago Bulls team when it came to 3-point shooting. So yeah, number 5 is Craig Hodges. Movie.
Number 5. I have Kyle Korver, a little bit newer player.
No, he's
Just
like
all around.
40.
Yeah, man, all around.
Korver.
Yeah, man, he's in there. NBA champion too. He's in there.
Yeah, I guess.
He's clutch too. Very clutch. So, and this is my number 5.
Yeah,
So
very, very clutch.
it was tough for me to get a 5, but
Mm-hmm.
I put him in there.
And Flash?
JJ Redick. You probably remember him from the Clippers a few years ago. He's still playing in the NBA. He's played for the Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
He may be one of the best streakiest shooters. Like, he can start off slow, but if he shoots 1 3-pointer, he can end the game with 5.
Well, Chief Hamlin, I don't care.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know. JJ Redick, man. I think I could have thought of a couple of better shooters than that.
He's averaged 40% since his rookie season.
Yeah, but wouldn't you give Danny Green a better free throw?
Danny Granger?
Danny Green.
Oh, Danny Green. Oh, forgot about Danny.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was better than JJ Redick. And the one movie aficionado.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
I probably would have picked Danny Green.
But after last year, I think that dropped his stock down big time.
Yeah, he was terrible for the Lakers last year.
He must have got wide open
probably, if you watch the finals.
It's okay, though.
It's crazy.
I was gonna say Craig Hodges. Who went next?
Movie.
I said Kyle Korver.
I said JJ Redick.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
No, it was tough, but yeah, like I said, NBA champion guys.
Who do you win a ring with?
Cleveland.
Miami. Oh yeah, Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland.
Oh, okay. Maybe he won with Miami.
No, it was Cleveland.
It was Cleveland. And
my next four.
Flash said JJ Redick.
JJ Redick.
Yeah.
JJ Redick, Korver. You said who did you say, Aldo?
Craig Hodges.
Craig Hodges.
Notice he has the same last name, right? So.
Right. Yeah. I wonder how that happened. Okay.
Long lost brother, bro.
Yeah. My number 3 is Larry Bird. I'm sorry. My number 5 for 3-point shooter is Larry Bird.
Okay.
Um, Larry Bird was a proficient 3-point shooter, not as proficient they are today because they don't took as many shots. But I can remember many games, man, when he played in the Lakers and that sucker over there in the corner and he looking and shooting. That's three. That's three. Talking all that little country boy shit, but motherfucker was effective. So I take my hats off to him. He cracked my top 5, and that is Mr. Larry Bird.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anzo, who's your number 4?
My number 4, and I can't stand this fucking dude, but I gotta give him his props. Ray Allen.
Oh,
Why you don't like Ray Allen?
Huh?
Why you don't like Jesus?
You want to know why I don't like Jesus?
Yeah.
2013.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Got a business.
That fucking bullshit 3-point shot that cost me the game.
Changed
Bro,
everything.
I kid you not. All
Skip
right.
Bayless said it took their soul from him.
basically, bro, hear this. All right. So I'm at work that day because I work on weekends, right? So I'm at work and I work night. So I'm just watching. I couldn't even watch the game. I couldn't even see the score. So as I'm leaving, my boy texts me. He's like, "Oh shit, congratulations!" So what? The Spurs are winning. He's like, "Yeah, they're up by like so and so with 25 seconds left to go. They're bringing out the tape." I said, "Yes, wicked." I got home. I turned on the game, and I seen overtime. And I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I could see that they were.
LeBron is what happened. That's like a brown him back, and then
LeBron.
I don't say it was LeBron,
I'm
but
talking about he put him back to
Didn't
cause.
he pass him?
He put him back to cause. He put him back to cause overtime. He missed a shot.
and
Ray
then
Allen got a rebound and then put that shit up and
Pass it out the way.
mm-hmm.
okay.
That's the greatest shot I've ever seen.
Number 4
No.
for the 3-point. Who's your number 4, Flash?
Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller.
In the documentary, that's mainly what I found about Reggie Miller. I think he had a game-winning 3-point shot to win the game. I don't remember.
He had several.
Yeah.
He used to torment on the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Because him and Spike Lee, boy, they could not stand each other, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay, Josh. Who's your number 4?
This one's weird, man. This whole list is weird, but still better than Kyle Korver. James Harden.
What?
Yeah, I know. I feel like
He's a good 3-point shooter. Not a great 3-point shooter.
If you look at the numbers, man, he's in there, man.
I can't get mad at that.
36. Let me check.
I can't get mad at that. I can't get mad at
I mean,
that.
not bad.
He shoots so much, and he's, you know what I mean? His percentage isn't that bad.
Yeah, but
I think his only issue is
he does all that in regular season.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's
there's nothing I can do about that. I mean,
that's his biggest issue.
Like, if he didn't shoot 2 threes a game,
he flops.
He probably would have been a 40% 3-point shooter, but he shoots too many threes, so I get what you're saying.
My number 2 is Mr. Reggie Miller. He had an ugly shot, but his shot failed, man. And Reggie got, from the stories I heard, his fiercest competitor was his sister, Cheryl. She used to whip his ass all the time. Because I know one, he said, man, I got in the car, man, I scored 45 points. And his daddy and Cheryl already in the car, and they look at each other and smile. How much you score, Cheryl? I scored 100 and something. And he's like, oh. You scored 45 points. Your sister scored like 60 more points than you. I mean, tell me that's graded. But that's what I picked, Mr. Reggie Miller. He's my number 3. Also, who's your number 3, sir?
My number 3 is the same as you, Reggie Miller. And the reason why is because he used to kill the Knicks, man. I remember the game. It was a playoff game. Knicks
Mm-hmm.
were up. They were dominating. Reggie Miller hit fire in the fourth quarter, and he ran up the court and he put his hands at his neck to signify that the Knicks
He
were
was choking.
choking.
Yep.
hmm Him drawing back and forth with fucking Spike Lee
Yep.
made those games very entertaining. So yeah, Reggie Miller, and he had that
Yep.
little cockiness to him too.
Yeah, he
I
did.
hated that shit, but he had
Yep.
it.
Yep. Who's your number three, Flash?
Steve Kerr. Mm, Steve Kerr. I don't know much about him before the documentary. That's mainly why I've learned about most of these players. But that shot, I think it was in the finals. I know it was in playoffs. That shot was crazy, and it's crazy what led up to that shot because Michael Jordan punched him in the face in practice
hmm
to get his confidence up.
Yep. Next up is Josh.
Josh.
My number three, Reggie Miller. Way better than the other two. It's like everyone's miles apart with each pick. Man, it sucks he didn't get a championship, but man, he was great. All time great Reggie Miller.
I think I skipped my number four.
Oh, sorry.
My number four was Klay Thompson.
Okay, yeah, you did skip that.
One half for the Splash Brothers. Man, any given night he can get hotter than Steph. So I just
He
hope that
can.
I hope he's able to get his health back, man, and get healthy because them two together, man, is a beautiful thing to watch when both of them suckers hitting threes. Okay. Now we on number two, right? Okay. Anzo, who's your number two?
My number two, white chocolate, Larry Bird.
Ooh, but I thought about to say Jason Williams did score.
Oh
Oh yeah, I
hell
know
no,
you say Jason Williams.
hell no, Larry Bird. I mean, Larry Bird. He has won so many 3-point competitions. Not only that, there was a game, and I think it was against Magic Johnson, where he told Magic Johnson exactly what he was going to do in that game, how much points he was going to score, and he did it. You know, him and Magic Johnson used to go back and forth. He had that steal from Isaiah, hit the 3-pointer to win that game against the Pistons. He was a beast when it came from shooting it from
I know
behind.
that one 3-point competition, he let the ball go on before it went. He held up
It,
his finger.
yep.
Like,
hmm
I saw
I got
that.
this.
hmm he had that cocky confidence too.
Yeah.
You know.
Josh, who's your number two?
Number two, Ray Allen, one of the greats all time.
Okay. Ray Allen's from South Carolina as well.
Nice.
Flash, who's your number two, sir?
Klay Thompson. Um, Klay Thompson. It's him and Steph all the time to me. Best 3-point shooters. I mean, it's crazy thing. Klay can get hotter than Steph. Some people don't know that. Like the casual fan probably won't know. Klay can get hotter than Steph at some times. So
Yep, I agree.
it's my number
My
two.
number two, Steph Curry. Steph Curry revolutionized the game as we know it now. 3-point game. Some people don't like it. Some people do. He's the first unanimous MVP because of his marksmanship. His doggone. I mean, he's a doggone marksman. You think the shot that's not a high percentage shot, that sucker will make it. And what's crazy, man, he practices this mess. I've seen documentaries when he's practicing or before games he's warming up, and he's crazy. Like, how in the hell? But he makes them consistently. So I don't know how much dedication work it takes, but I know it takes a lot. It probably didn't hurt either. His dad was also a good 3-point shooter during his time in the NBA. So, and I think his brother got a very high percentage shot too, Seth.
Yeah, he's
So
one of the best.
all those three, man, when you got that kind of shooting knowledge and just skill and stuff and just practicing, I mean, whether you like his game or not, whether you think he's good or not, when it comes to 3-point shooting, man, he's gonna break records. So I think it's gonna be a long time to catch. So he's my number two. All right. Number one, Anzo, who's your number one 3-point shooter of all time?
got to be one and only Steph Curry. I got to put him up there. I don't want to, but he broke all the records. He was shooting threes from half court and beyond. You know what I mean? Standing on the fucking spur and shooting threes, and yeah, Steph Curry.
I am shocked that you put him there. Surprise. Good choice. Good choice. Good choice. Who's your number one, Josh?
Steph Curry doesn't make any sense, man. His shots don't make any sense. He can shoot behind the basket, almost where half court is. It's an anomaly, and like I said, miles apart. Every one of them, miles apart. Like, who did I pick? I've got Steph from Ray Allen from Reggie from James Harden. Like, but Steph is like miles and miles apart, man.
Miles ahead of all of them, to be honest.
Well, ahead is what I mean. Yep, number one, without a doubt.
Okay. Flash. We already know Steph Curry. You said
Steph
that.
Curry.
My number one, surprisingly, is Ray Allen. Steph Curry definitely is a bad man, but Ray Allen has been putting in the work. He's been doing it for a while too. I'm not sure what his stats is, but I know at one time he was like the 3-point king for his shots.
I think he still is. I think Steph got a few more years to catch up.
That's what I was thinking. Ray Allen, man, his shot is pure. Just Steph is pure too. I think Ray's maybe closer to Ray Allen as far as form and release. But what makes them so deadly, man? They do it so fast. And Klay Thompson game evolved because at first he was a catch and shoot player. Now he can create his own shot. He can create his own space. So his game is evolving. So, but Ray Allen, man, he can do it all. So that's my top five: Ray Allen, Steph Curry, Reggie Miller, Klay Thompson, Larry Bird. Onzo's is Steph Curry, Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Craig Hodges. Josh is Steph Curry, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, James Harden, Kyle Korver. And Flash is Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Steve Kerr, Reggie Miller, JJ Redick. Okay, now we're going into who are your top 5 game closers? Top 5 game closers. And basically, when the game is on the line and you got to get a basket, who are you going to draw the play for? All right. First, you're going to let Josh go. I got to take this call. It's my boss caller.
I'm going to go with Mr. Larry Bird. That's it, man. Just, all-time great. Clutch. Number 5, though. So.
Closers? Okay. Flash, you're up.
Reggie Miller. I think he has multiple game winners. I think he may be top 5 game winners of all time, especially one against the Bulls. I don't know if they won that series, but I'm pretty sure they went the 7th game because of that shot. So Reggie Miller.
For me, my number 5, I'm going to go with KD, Kevin Durant. Great closer. He's one of the guys you want with the ball at the end of the game. He hit that 3. He destroyed LeBron in a few playoff series. So I have to go with KD as my number 4. So Donnie's on the phone. I'm sorry, my number 5. So Donnie's on the phone, so we'll go with number 4. Movie? Okay, Donnie's back.
KD's your number 5?
Yeah.
All right. Who was Flash's number 5?
Reggie Miller.
Who was Flash's number 5?
Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller. And who was Josh's number 5?
Larry Bird, number 33.
Larry Bird. My number 5 is Reggie Miller. That little bastard, I tell you, I know he went to New York and he would always put it on the Knicks. So if you want the game, they would just throw him the ball and let him do his work. So, and Reggie Miller, man, if you look at it, his game and Steph Curry are very similar because they never stop moving. People set picks for him to get open. That was their game. So they had to be in tremendous cardiovascular conditioning because they never stop moving. If you
They're
watch,
they're one of the best off ball players ever. Like they can move without the ball so they can get the right shot.
yeah, I mean, so that that right there in itself is crazy.
Hmm.
Okay, Alzo, who was your number four in game closer?
My number four is going to be Manu Ginobili. There were a few years where the Spurs would just put the ball in his hand if they were down by two and let him take over that game. And nine times out of 10, he hit that shot, man. So, Manu Ginobili.
Okay,
Right.
Josh, who's your number four?
Number four, I actually put LeBron in there, King James. Just overall, he can close a game. I think that's where I screwed this list up. But I think he can close a game. I thought you meant like more like a fourth quarter. He's great though. He can close.
Closer, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Flash, who'd you get as number four?
Kyrie Irving.
Hmm.
That shot in the NBA Finals was crazy. He had to step back on Steph Curry to get them the lead. So yeah, he had to be my closer, my number four closer.
Okay, my number four is Larry Bird. Tell you, man, the times he used to beat the Lakers, man, would break my heart. But you know what he's gonna do, like Alzo said earlier. I'm gonna go to this corner. I'm gonna get the ball. I'm gonna turn around, shoot a three, and run back down the court. And I'd be damned if he didn't do it. A lot of the times he says he's gonna do it. So Mr. Bird is my number four. Alzo, you're number three.
Yep, my number three, and I know you're not going to agree with this, but I don't give a damn. My number three is the one, the only Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was able to take that ball down the stretch and
I
roll with
don't
it.
disagree with that.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's here.
you know, and for me, one of my defining moments, man, they were playing the Suns back and forth game. It was down by, they were down by three. Tim Duncan hits a three, ties the game up, goes into overtime, and they win. So yeah, he's my number three closer.
Okay, Josh, who's your number three closer, sir?
Number three closer, I put Steph in there. He's had some great buzzer beaters. He has some great fourth quarter comebacks. I don't know if that's part of it, but I've seen him come back from 10, 15, et cetera, et cetera. If you need those threes, he's going to bang them out. Yep.
Okay, Flash, who's your number three?
LeBron James. There was this one buzzer beater against the Wizards. I don't know if you guys remember. It was like 5 seconds left. Somebody had to throw it down the court, and then he did a fadeaway 3-pointer to go to overtime. And that was one of the best buzzer beaters I've ever seen. So,
Okay,
LeBron.
my number three is Kobe Bean Bryant.
Ah,
He is the master of making low percentage shots go in and look good. Um, can create that space. You didn't think you're going to make it. The other team makes a shot, and you just know it's only 2 seconds left on the clock. You know he's going to get it. They feed it to him, and he creates something out of nothing. So, my number three game changer, game closer is Kobe Bryant. All right, Anzo, number two.
My number two is probably going to be your number one, but my number two is the man himself, the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Michael Jordan was able to close the game basically like no other. I just think the whole person I put as number one did it a little bit better. But
well, I was going to say, like one other at least.
mhm.
All right, Josh, who'd you put as number two?
Number two, I have Kobe. Rest in peace, man. Kobe, one of the greats. Oh, man. I'm a little sad thinking about it. But yeah, Kobe, man.
All
Kobe,
right.
Kobe, Kobe.
Okay, Flash, who's your number two?
Kobe Bryant. Um, I saw a game winner. He went against the Suns. It was like 10 years ago. And they were like the sixth seed. The Suns were like the second seed. And I think they won that series because of that buzz beater.
Okay. My number two is Kyrie Irving. That shot he made against Golden State just totally ruined my damn summer, winter, fall. I was like, what the hell? This sucker, this little chump. But you can't deny, man. And I tell you, man, Uncle Drew, Kyrie is fire. I love that movie, man. He made young boys look foolish, but he's got to get his mental state of mind straight, man, and be more consistent for the team and whatever issues he's going through, man. I hope he get his head on straight. If he get his head on straight, man, he'd be one of the most dangerous men in the NBA. But as far as a closer, man, just give him the ball, and he is excellent at finishing at the rim. So number two is Kyrie Irving to me.
Okay.
All right, number one, game closer. It's Ozzo Hodges. Who do you got, sir?
My number one is rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
I have to put Kobe in there because, again, me being a Spurs fan, I watched him destroy my team time and time again. Hit shots, make the right play. When it came to closing out a game, I don't think there was anybody better than him.
Okay. Josh, who's your number one, sir?
The GOAT, MJ. Greatest of all time, one behind you, Danny. I don't know which NBA championship it was or how many, but that buzzer beater shots, closing it out and coming back when they needed to. Yep.
All right. Flash, who's your number one, sir?
It's gonna have to be Michael Jordan. I think he has the most game winners in NBA history. I may be wrong, but
I think that's LeBron.
really? Huh.
Yeah.
But that game winner, the documentary against the Utah Jazz, that was like picture perfect. It was insane. So MJ.
Yeah. No secret, my number one is going to be Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 6 championships, never let a game go to game 7. Just had a killer instinct that he didn't care. He could eat with you the day before, smoke a cigar, but when he get on that court, if you didn't have on a red uniform or a white uniform or a black uniform, whatever uniform they wore that night, you were the enemy, and he treated you as such. So you know the ball going to him. You know it's going to him. I know.
No, I was gonna say.
I know Craig Elo have nightmares.
Oh yes.
That's one of the biggest ones they always show. Craig Elo, the game before, I watched it today. The play before, Craig Elo makes the play, put him up, 6 seconds left, does the layup, put him up by 1. Then they draw the play for Michael Jordan. He gets the ball, shoots it from the top of the key, does that pump.
Mm-hmm.
And they show that every time they do some kind of walk down memory lane, they show that. So I know Craig Elo doesn't even watch basketball now because that shit.
I did have one thing though about what you said though, Danny. You said that he would have a cigar with you or a beer with you. I don't think he was doing.
No, I'm talking about his friends and stuff before. He was
his
going. Huh?
His opponents though, like he wouldn't hang out with Karl
they were
Malone.
saying that in this recent interview that he would go out all night, gamble, smoke cigars, drink wine, do stuff that NBA players shouldn't do, and then come the next day and drop whatever on it.
Okay, because I thought you meant like with like Karl Malone and John.
No, I mean,
because nowadays they do that shit.
Yeah,
like,
back then he didn't. But like, what I was really shocked was doing the Dream Team. Him and Coach Daly, who he didn't like Detroit, they went and played golf together. I mean, playing several holes of golf together. Then he'd come back, play cards up to 3 or 4 in the morning, and then go the next day to the game and score 30, 40 points. I mean, imagine that. If you watch the Dream Team documentary, they say about all the crazy stuff he could do. So
I was gonna say I know Isaiah wasn't there playing golf. That's what
Isaiah's still bad.
I mean. Like I don't know, whatever. It just bothers me. It's like LeBron, like, oh, let's hang out with Steph. Let's hang out with Kevin Durant. Come on, everybody.
LeBron doesn't hang out with Steph or Katie. I can tell you
No,
that.
maybe not those two, but I was using. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
okay, this is the last category. No, we got one more. We got 2 more categories. Who is the most feared player, you think? Most feared player.
You doing through 5 or just?
Most through 5.
Okay.
And when I say most feared, I mean when you look on the roster and you see, oh, I'm going to Miami, or I'm going to Chicago, or I'm going to Boston, I'm going, and you get the assignment, who you guarding, who guarding assignment you don't want, what player you don't want to be guarding because you know they're going to be a handful. Anybody want to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
Number 5 is Tim Duncan.
No debate. No debate.
Hmm?
I'm just
No debate.
I'm just confused with the list though, because like I could have said like Dennis Rodman because he's feared, maybe because you might think he's going to elbow you. See, I know you put
No,
these,
I'm talking about skill. I ain't talking about gonna be a damn goon. I'm talking about you got to guard this sucker and you know that he might drop 20, 30 or whatever.
but in the
I'm
same
not talking
breath,
about somebody that gonna be doing all kind of fool antics like Dennis Rodman did.
but also Dennis Rodman. I mean, you could fear him in the sense of
But
like
you do know he didn't do none of those antics when he played for the
I,
Bulls, right?
I did.
Yeah.
But
Jordan wouldn't let him.
but what I'm talking about is you get the assignment.
I know.
I'm talking for Josh. You
Oh.
get the assignment and you got to guard who?
Okay.
Who the 5 players you don't want to guard because you know they're gonna be trouble.
Okay. Huh.
Who's your number 5?
I mean, I put Steph because I mean, I guess that works because you don't want to guard him. You know, you're going to be in trouble. Yeah,
I
I
seen
was going to put Dennis Rodman in there, but I was
I
like,
seen Steph make Kawhi Leonard look like a fool. Crossed him over
You
and all
hate
that
Kawhi.
shit.
Duncan.
He did. He crossed him over like it was a playoff game, and he crossed Kawhi over like crazy.
I mean, that's like that Neo line that Morphe said to Neo, you know, about dodging bullets. It's like you don't have to cross anybody over. Just shoot.
Most
Just
Mhm.
you said Steph Curry.
you know, yeah, Steph.
All right. Who's your number 5 Flash?
Allen Iverson. You know somebody's a bad man when they cross to go MJ. I mean, I saw that clip and MJ straight stumbled. He almost hit the floor. So Allen Iverson has to be my number 5 most feared ever.
I ain't mad at that.
This will be one I don't know if y'all gonna agree with, but during his heyday, I think the Rain Man was hell. And I've heard documentaries that they used to hate guard him because he was just so quick, so powerful. My number 5 is gonna be Sean Kemp.
Okay, yeah, it was Sean.
Before my time.
I ain't got no issues with that one.
Okay, Anzo, back up to you, sir. Who's your number 4?
Kevin Durant. Don't need to say no more. When it comes to some of the best players in the league, Kevin Durant is up there. So he's my number 4.
Okay. Flash, who's your number 4?
Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard has been on the tear for the last 3 years. Like, he can come out and drop 50 on you like it's nothing. And he's one of the most clutch players of this generation. So, Dame, definitely.
And then he'll smile in your face and camera, laugh at you. Guy's a beast.
Okay. Josh, who's your number 4?
I put AI. I took this as overall fierceness, so that's what and yeah, you know, so overall, just you don't want to guard him. You don't want to, you know, when he's hot, he's hot. You know.
Okay. My number 4 is KD. Like I said, man, I think I read an article said right now in today's NBA, he's like the most most proficient player we have. His shots are usually high percentage. He usually makes majority of them, and he's hard to guard, 7 feet tall. But when he jumps, he's probably another 6 inches or 7 inches taller. So how you going to guard that? So I agree, KD. All right. Anzo, who's your number 3?
LeBron James.
Hmm?
LeBron James. I mean, he's considered to be again another one of the greatest of all times. You have to make a game plan for him. If you don't, he's going to bury you. And he's the type of player that always makes the right play. So he's a beast to guard.
Okay. No problem with that either. Flash, who's your number 3?
LeBron James, and specifically Miami Heat LeBron James. I mean, I think after he left Cleveland, you know how he's buddy with everybody? Miami Heat LeBron was like that. He was out there to kill you with no remorse. Specifically, do you guys remember that Jason Terry dunk when he just stared at him right afterwards? Man, one of the most feared.
You got a little meanness in the ball whenever he feel himself when he dunk on you. You make you look like what the fuck you even on the floor at me, man. You know.
Stared at him, bro.
Josh, who's your number 3?
Larry Bird, number 33. Right here, man. I still have this here. One of your favorite players, Danny. For his time, dude. Think about the time. Like that time, you don't want to mess with Larry, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. My number 3 is LeBron James. I don't think he's a GOAT. I think he's close to it, but he is a problem. He's a problem you can't ignore because he's like a hybrid of Magic Johnson mixed with Karl Malone, mixed with Michael Jordan. I mean, he has a very crazy, and also he's a mix of Shaq because he can't shoot a free throw. That's his only weakness in his game that I see.
he got 70% is decent. Okay, decent.
Nah, bro.
That's decent.
70% after your 14th, 15th year in the NBA? No.
Yeah, that's like the winning or losing a game based on, you know.
He hasn't missed. I can tell you right now, he hasn't missed a free throw to lose a game. Definitely.
Because he's scared. Because he passed most of the time. He would not take that last shot unless it's something that's very high percentage.
In the NBA Finals, he hit those 2 free throws.
Okay, he may have done it, but consistently, I would not put his ass on the free throw line.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say something. I don't want to say anything derogatory about King James, though.
No, I'm not. I'm just. Go back and watch the film. That's all I'm saying. He is not a consistent free throw shooter.
Yeah.
Some games he'll get on a little streak, and some games he'll be breaking them. Isn't his nickname? One of his nicknames is LeBrick. Have y'all not heard that before?
Yeah, LeBrick. But no, I was gonna say he goes to the line a lot. You know, he'd be flopping so much, man. But
flopping.
That's James Harden.
That's James Harden.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, LeBron, he'd be flopping too. No, James Harden too, definitely.
I've seen videos of LeBron flopping. So
I've seen compilations.
LeBron flops.
Yeah.
It's excellent compilations.
Most people do it.
We're on number 2 round, right?
Yeah.
Ozzo, who's your number 2, sir?
Number 2, Michael Jordan.
Okay. All right. Josh, Flash, who's your number 2?
Kobe Bryant. I don't know if you guys remember this. There was a practice when this guy, Kobe told him not to guard him, like, at all. Mm-hmm. The guy was guarding him. He was like, don't guard me, man, because you're so bad. Like, that's how you know someone is so fierce. Like, you tell someone not to guard you because they're so bad at basketball. I mean,
yeah. Josh, you're number 2.
I'm not laughing at you, Flash. I'm laughing because my list. I definitely got confused with the feared, but I think it's okay because I did pick Shaq, and you don't want to guard Shaq. Yeah. And it might be hard. It might be impossible. The hack of Shaq, you know. I mean,
I had Shaq on man, but I marked him off.
Okay.
Somebody better, so that ain't a bad choice to me. I know I would hate to pull his ass. I got who? Shaquille who?
I wanted I wouldn't guard Shaq for $100.
A
My
lot of
number
people
two,
don't want to guard Shaq.
my number two
At
is
all.
AI. Allen Iverson, man, will make you look stupid. Um,
Mm,
only 6 feet nothing. That sucker had a heart of 10 players. And you think he can't dunk on you? Shit. I don't see him dunk on people much taller than him, and he do it with a quickness. Little man, had a lot of heart. So he's my number two most feared.
best handle in the game.
I think I saw a recent video of Michael Jordan say if he was taller, he would be a nightmare.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. We should do something. Do some. Y'all should do something like that. If they were taller, how good are they? How good they could have been? Could have been.
Azo, who's your number
One,
one?
Kobe.
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 I said two categories. You put Kobe ahead of Michael Jordan. What
Yep.
the hell?
Yep.
You know,
You did say he was Michael Jordan 2.0 though, Danny.
I did say that, but I think that's a little trying
I know what.
to rub it in my face. That what it tastes like to me.
No.
So
I
I'll
just, I
go.
just
Hey,
think, I just think Kobe was
better than Jordan?
I never said better. You said
I'm
most
asking.
feared.
He's more feared than Jordan.
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
All right, Flash. Who's your number one?
AKA Black Jesus, Michael Jordan, man. I don't know if y'all remember this. He was in practice, and then it was in a documentary. He's sitting down and he's staring directly at Steve Kerr, and Steve Kerr's just like shook, like talking about scared out of his mind. You know,
Did he punch?
somebody
He
like
punched
that.
Steve Kerr. And Steve Kerr fought
Yeah,
back.
Mm-hmm.
like
Okay. Josh, who's your number one?
go MJ. I always feel cheap doing it. Like I didn't think outside the box, but why? Why bother? He's the goat, and it's weird.
I picked Jordan too because I've seen a lot of documentaries and players, in particular J.R. Ryder, if y'all remember him.
Mm-hmm.
He said that I think he played with Minnesota, him and Kevin Garnett were on the team, and Kevin Garnett was kind of scoring on Jordan. No, J.R. Ryder was scoring like halftime. He had 20 something points. Jordan only had 18 or something. And then Kevin Garnett was getting them all hyped up. Man, go at him, go at him. He can't guard you. He can't do this. And he said, Michael Jordan, look at him, look, young
remember
fella,
the Dream Team
calm
practice?
down.
Mm-mm.
Yep. And then he said that J.R. Ryder told Kevin to shut up because he said, look, man, I got to guard him. You ain't got to guard him. So just be quiet. And then he told Michael Jordan, he don't know the rules, man. He just not a rookie. Anyway, they said at the end of the game, they were both on the sideline sitting down. Jordan doesn't score about 40 something points. So I say all that to say that I've heard a lot of players on these different documentaries say that they didn't talk to Jordan because if you do, it's like poking the bear. So in my opinion, having heard that, I ain't saying they were scared and terrified, but they just know, look, I ain't gonna poke the bear because I don't want the bear to damn come off the porch. So that's why I put him as my number one. Okay, final category. Now, if we could go back through time using the damn infinity gauntlet or whatever transportation method we're going to use, the DeLorean off of Back to the Future, whatever, and we can go and pick 5 players for our team to play against any other 5 players that anybody else pick, what 5 players would you pick? So I will go first. And I know somebody on the panel ain't gonna believe this, but my number 5 player would be Tim Duncan.
Okay. As I went by positions, though. You didn't go by positions, Danny?
I didn't pick a center.
Okay.
I picked 5 players who if I had to play one game based on their skills, who would be
Okay. I went by position.
I went with everything except that. I didn't go with a center. I kind of picked two the same position everybody else.
Okay.
All right.
I went with position 2 because it's starting.
Well, I go by position. Let me
But
But
For
if you,
center, for a
yeah,
center, I'm gonna go by position then. For center, I'm gonna pick Shaq.
okay. Well, you could have put Tim Duncan as a center because he's played center too. So if you don't want to change your list, you could say he's the center.
I'm gonna go by traditional. What I know about. So, okay, All Star will be. Actually, I got all these damn papers. I'm fucking myself up. Okay, my number 5 will be Shaq as center.
Okay.
Okay, who was your number 5, Bonzo?
David Robinson.
Robinson as center. Okay, Flash. Who's your number 5?
You know I'm gonna have to go Brian Scalabrine. I'm playing.
Who?
I would hope so.
Who's that?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Said Brian Scalabrine.
Oh my lord.
Get it? I'm kidding. Shaquille O'Neal.
Josh. Who's your number 5?
Yeah, it's gonna be Shaq.
Shaq.
But
Okay. My number 4, and I'm putting him as a power forward, is LeBron. Okay. Who's your number 4, Anzo?
Really?
Timmy.
Tim Duncan. Okay. Flash. Who's your number 4?
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan. Okay. Josh. Who's your number 4?
mine's Dirk. I actually picked my whole team based on who I thought would play the best.
Pass.
No. Like I explained before, I picked my team based on the team. I thought we were just going to reveal like these are our teams. And it's like, oh, okay, these players play well together, but I don't know.
Okay. My number 3 at small forward is Scottie Pippen.
Hmm.
Okay.
Anzo.
Michael Jordan.
What's wrong?
Huh?
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Flash.
Kawhi Leonard.
I feel like I'm in school writing all this shit now. What the hell? Okay, Josh, you're number 3.
Now, again, I also picked Scottie Pippen, and it's based on my team.
Okay. At shooting guard, I put Michael Jordan. Anzo, who's your shooting guard?
Kobe Bryant.
Okay, Bryant. Flash, who's your number 2?
Michael Jordan.
And Josh, who's your shooting guard?
Kobe Bryant.
For my point guard, I put Magic Johnson. Anzo, who's your point guard?
Isaiah Thomas.
Now I'm just asking. You think Isaiah is a better point guard than Magic Johnson?
I do.
Okay.
Phantom.
I do.
Flash, who'd you put as your point guard?
LeBron.
Brian James. And Josh, who'd you put as your all-star?
I put Steph. I put Steph.
Okay, so you think Steph Curry is a better point guard than Magic Johnson? Just asking.
Nope. I actually had Magic as number 1, but like I said, this is my team.
Team that are gonna play that you think will play well together.
I think so.
I think all these. the synergy is going to be perfect with this team. That's why I picked, Scotty, Dirk. These are good teammates that are going to beat your teams most likely.
No.
We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 categories. I am truly not mad at any choices that we had. There's a couple I don't understand, like JJ Redick and Kyle Korver. Don't quite understand that, but teach his own.
No, I regret that. I would
Um,
take that out, but it's all right. I said what I said.
But overall, on a lot of these things, we chose the same players, just put them in different order. So I'm not mad at it.
Especially me and Anzo. I mean, I think we have
there was a
3
time
lists.
y'all was looking at the same website. So
No, we just have we know who's the best players at those positions.
Great minds.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike. Facts.
Yeah. Next week, well, I'm not going to end it now. I'm going to go through the chat, but next week I think I'm going to do NFL, different positions like quarterback, running backs, top 5 running backs, top 5 quarterbacks, top 5 receivers, top 5 linebackers. Thing. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to come up with 10 different positions, but I really don't know. I mean, who cares about defensive ends and guards and tackles? So I'm not even going to get into that.
Corners, though.
So I'm going to try to get into the more specialized. Yeah, we say best corner, defense to be best corner, best linebacker,
best safety.
That's really about all I really care about on defense.
Front defensive lineman.
Nah,
I don't really care about that. Then on offense is going to be the best quarterback, best running back, best wide receiver, best tight end.
Yeah,
we gotta have Chris on that.
Then we have if we could choose, we're going to have an all-star if we could choose 6 players, 3 on defense, 3 on offense all time. Who would we want? Then I come up with something else. We're going to try and get 10 questions. I think football would be a better conversation than which I wasn't mad at this conversation, but I'm going to allot 3 hours for that. So I may start an hour earlier instead of 4 to 3. Is that possible? Is that good with you, Josh?
Yeah. At 3 o'clock?
Yeah. Or is it better to keep the same time?
Yeah, same time.
Okay. How about you, Anzo?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
How about you, Flash?
I might be in chat, but I'll DM you.
Okay. We're gonna go through the chat now because I saw a lot of questions. I don't want to blow them off and make them think that their questions aren't important, which they are. Also, I want to thank you for modding us. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Moderator.
Yeah, man. Good job.
Aiden said, I swear to God, Michael Jordan better be on everyone's number 1. In some spots he is, but he can't be on 1 in every particular category, we said. As great as he is, even I'm not that stupid. I'm surprised nobody said LeBron James or Wilt Chamberlain. For what? Or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I said Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on one of mine.
I think Aiden came later.
Yeah, we're trying to buy categories, Aiden.
Yeah. Jordan wouldn't be in Anzo's top 5. That's what Mama Bear Doll said.
But he was. A few of my top 5.
We're doing different positions, not players overall. Yep, that's right. Different positions, every position. I don't know what the hell that says. But today, Pau Gasol signed with Barcelona team, and Barcelona is considered the 6th best teams in the Euro League. All I'm gonna say for that is whoop-de-damn do. Don't keep up with that. So, not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't know nothing else. T-Mac and Kobe carry Adidas basketball on their backs in the day. I'm not doubting that. Mama Bear Dog, wait, what? What's she talking about? Caleb said, I'm back. What were we talking about again? Just talking about basketball. Let's see.
Yeah.
So, Anzo, you think DeMar's going to be an all-star this season?
I don't watch any games. I have no idea.
He probably will, though. I mean, the Spurs are like 6 seed right now.
Yeah, I know. I seen
I
that.
think
But
you have super chat coming in, Danny.
I haven't really paid much attention, to be honest with you, to basketball this year.
I'm scrolling down. Caleb says Scottie Pippen is very underrated. Without him, I don't think MJ would have won 6 rings. I agree.
That's debatable.
I agree. He wouldn't. He said it himself. There is no
Oh,
championship without Scottie Pippen.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Josh with the facial expression all the
It's
time.
worth it, man. It's worth it.
Caleb said Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Kevin McHale. I guess those are power forwards.
Yeah.
You see what you guys got against Bartley? I don't have. Me and Josh don't have nothing against Bartley.
I had a.
Anzo and Flash don't really care for him.
Cool.
I would put Charles Bartley at 6 because he doesn't have a ring. I think Charles Bartley is overrated.
That's what I said.
Did you see the Mortal Kombat trailer?
Yeah.
Intelligent Cycle say I agree on Zach Levine and Aaron Gordon dunk contest one for the ages. Most definitely.
Yeah, it was.
Daniel Duran says, "What do y'all think about the we to trade?"
He meant Wentz, the Wentz trade.
Oh, I didn't know Wentz was traded. Who was he traded to?
Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
I heard if they get a quality quarterback that they could make some noise in the playoffs. So I don't know. What the hell? Top pitchers, first base, and catchers.
Well worth it, man. Well worth $2. Hey, maybe one day in like May.
I know nothing about baseball at all. Like literally nothing.
Can you see home plate from the Phantom Zone, Josh? I done told you about don't be talking no damn baseball on the show.
Yeah, to know that was coming.
It's great. I love it, man. At least once for sure. I gotta.
I literally only know that Jennifer Lopez.
I gave a super chat. I was like, yeah, I'll throw it in there.
I appreciate the $2, but
that's okay.
I can't.
No.
I'm sorry if that offends anybody.
No, it doesn't offend me. I'm excited. I am excited for the season.
I'm saying anybody that's listening that's not on the panel. I went to a professional baseball game and I fell asleep, man. That is no lie. It was fucking hot. I was up in a cheap seat. The sun was beating on my head. I say, what the hell? The only thing that was good about the game, I didn't pay for it. I was like, thank you, Lord. Somebody else paid for it. But I was like, this shit here will never happen again.
I am excited, though, but it's all right, though. I'll hold my excitement. Maybe I'll do
I think the only exciting thing, this maybe offend somebody, is the home runs, honestly, in baseball.
Well, we're going on a 2-hour and 18-minute mark. This has been a good show, fantastic show. I enjoyed it. Like I said, next Saturday we're going to be switching gears and going to the football side of things. I got to sit down and try and get the 10 questions that I want. But we enjoy having Flash on the show. Flash has always been in the panel. I mean, in the chat, saying a little smart ass things. So now he's finally got a chance to come on here. Glad you're on here, man. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Before we go, let everybody shout out their channel or anything they want to talk about related to their channel. Do you have a channel on Flash? Or are you trying to get on YouTube, or you still have made that step?
Summertime, because school is still going on, so probably not until summer when I have free time.
Okay. Well, Josh, tell the people about your channel. What's going on with you, sir?
Yeah, Movie Aficionados on Facebook and YouTube. The OOC on Wednesday. We go in on there. I'm sure we're gonna do it again Wednesday. Saturday's here, Square One, and I think that's it. Yep. Oh, and then WandaVision. Oh,
yes.
I can't wait for it.
Oh God.
Chat. Oh my God. amazing.
All right, Anzo, what's going on with your fella? Tell
You
the people
guys
about
know
you.
Bigger Ford Entertainment. That's the channel. One Division tomorrow. You guys check that out. The link is already there, so you can see it. Rule of Three, Chaos List, Chaos Conversation, all the shows we do. Do appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. So much appreciated. Good show today, Donnie.
Yeah,
Yeah, very
thank
Great.
you. I am Danny, aka Comet Chat. This is my channel. Every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we try to give you sports talk, mainly referencing NBA and NFL news. We may try to grow. We definitely, if any boxing, I am trying to to get into that arena, so to speak. No pun intended. But boxing, I don't watch the
if there's other sports, let me know.
I don't watch the UFC that much, but I mean, if anybody tells us about a good match, they think it'd be good conversation. Let us know. I think Anzo has the ability to do like a watch party type event, and we'll watch it and critique it that following Saturday. That's not an issue. We watched the Tyson and the Roy Jones fight. We had a good time, man. It was kind of funny,
Yep,
but
it was.
we'll definitely watch it. Um, Saturday, no, tomorrow. Pray for me and Anzo. Josh, you coming on?
The Chase.
And I promise. Oh wait, the WandaVision you're talking about.
WandaVision.
Mhm.
9
Oh,
p.m. Eastern
I'll be
Standard
there.
Time.
I'm
Pray
gonna-
for us because so far it looks like LDG theory is coming to pass.
oh my God.
yeah.
So we're gonna have a bunch. I'm gonna just bring the salt and pepper because I know crow tastes better with salt and pepper on it. So I'm just gonna.
Mine was too. I had some theories too that were right.
Yeah, you had some, but I mean, he been saying this for the past
It's true.
3 or 4 weeks and stuff, and he just playing this one clip of Will Smith saying, "I told you so, I told you so, I told you so."
Oh
So,
my God!
so I know,
I kind of
so I,
hope he's
so I
wrong.
know we're gonna hear that tomorrow. So I'm just like, oh,
We still have a bet though, me and LDG, because there's some things that are unresolved and some things we agree upon. But
yeah.
nice though.
Monday, I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing, but that's usually the first night of the week for the Chaos Central crew, which includes myself, Anzo, Chris Knight, and Guy Scar. So please check us out Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Tuesdays, Anzo's show, the Chaos List, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also Chris Knight's show, The Root of Three, with a little basketball on the side. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. So check us out if you get opportunity. A lot of good content, a lot of material, a lot of different flavors. So if you don't like one flavor, you may like another one. So please give us a chance. I just crossed over my 1,300 subscribers. So my next goal is 1,400. And I can only do that with your help and support. So, man, if you can do it, if you have subscribed, please do. And as always, thank you for coming, supporting us. And until next Saturday, peace.
Peace.
Square one.